right. So, as I did last time, I'm moving on to a second contour version of this, but, I finished the drawing, so just so you guys know, like my schedule is I'll draw for like 15 minutes and then I'll get up and kind of like walk around for 5. And that's really just to give my eyes a break. And I hope you guys have this experience someday if you haven't already. But a lot of times you'll finish a drawing and you'll not be very happy with it. So you'll put it away and then you'll come back and look at it and it actually looks quite good. And the drawing didn't change. There wasn't like a little elf who snuck into your house and fixed your drawing. What changed is you have fresh eyes. You have an opportunity to look at it as a viewer. Because when you're working on your stuff, you're looking at it as an artist, right? As the artist, the creator. And it's like sometimes when you're too close to something, you really can't tell what it is. Like imagine if like, someone said, okay, like, I'm gonna like have you stand really close to this building, and I want like a foot away from the building. No, your nose is on the building, and you can't like. And they ask you, okay, what building is this? It doesn't matter if it's the White House. Like you're not gonna recognize it because your nose is right on the building. So when you're too close to something, it's really hard to figure. You can distort your image, and when you're too far away from something, like you can't see it. So if you give yourself that break. You can look at it and really give yourself a fair shot at appreciating the work you've just made. So, I like this one better than I like that one. I like the flow that moves through. I like, you notice I only did a couple of these little circles here, and I did more here. These little and it's like they do contour with the lines, but they're also kind of like, I mean, I'm pushing it. Like, for me to draw a circle and say, oh, this is part of the contour, like that is one of those moments where like you've bent the rule right to the point where it's gonna break, and to me that is a very cool thing. Some of my favorite artists, the way they use abstraction when they're painting something that like looks real, it's like they know what they're doing. You could do it on accident, but it's like their accidents are so ridiculously consistent that you know they're doing it on purpose. What we're going to do is we're going to start, this one's a little more, I don't want to say simple, but we're not going to go crazy. We are going to draw these wobbly lines. This does not work as well with zigzag lines. I'm not saying it's impossible, but I would definitely be careful. And since this is new to you, I've started with just one wobbly line. And what you're going to do is, look, you see how they made like these little it almost looks like the inside of a lava lamp? You are going to try and find the middle, just like this. And they're going to look like tongues in a second. But you see how, okay, right there. I'm drawing the middle. And now I actually have to get up out of my chair. And what I'm going to do is I am going to draw a contour ellipse. And that ellipse, done perfectly, one half will be on one side of this line, so half here, half there. Is my work perfect? No, it's not. So that's okay. But we're just going to keep drawing these ellipses. And these points here and here should touch these lines. And we're going to keep drawing these contour ellipses until we get to the bottom of the page. And if you're working on this at home, feel free to do this in pencil and then enhance with pen. For the sake of my video production, I just wanted to make sure that you guys could see. I noticed on my first demo that the pencil was not showing up. So yeah, I was really kind of bummed about that. And you guys were all so polite about it that I just said, all right, I got to do this different next time. So, all right, here we got these ellipses. There's a lot of visual information here. And just to give you a sneak peek, before I move on and finish this with the time lapse, because when I speed the time up, I don't talk because that would give you guys all a headache if you heard me like, what is this? is this art instruction for hummingbirds? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to bring up the lines that I think are most important. And what that's going to do is it's going to give the viewer a little more information. So I'm not a writer by trade, but I did take a lot of creative writing in class in high school and college. I enjoyed writing. Writing is kind of my gateway to art because writing is where I learned composition. And one of my favorite things to do when we were in class was to free write. So you just kind of wrote. It was kind of like a no bad ideas moment. And you know, some people had a hard time with it. I didn't. I have a very active mind, especially if I've had a couple coffees. And so, but what I liked was you'd like write like a page, and then you just keep, you know, stripping it down, and you'd keep like paring it back, you know, and ultimately you'd end up with like a sentence, but it was like this super complex, super strong sentence. And you know, it's hard to do. You know, I'm sure that the teacher I had was so talented because, you know, how do you grade that, right? But he had a way of doing it. Anywho, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop telling you my life story and get back to teaching some art. So the video speed is going to kick up here. And we're gonna finish this up. So thanks for sticking with it. You are thebomb.com, and I'm sure that that's not the first time I've told you that's how I feel. So video speeding up. Thanks for sticking with it.